How you guys doing out there? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. In my last post, I actually showed you footage of all the paperwork in which I did last year, fighting against my landlord. The case actually went as far as the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court didn't actually hear the case. Alright, I decided to release feelings because I've been going through a lot lately, and it all started when I became a citizen of the United States. Um, for some reason, it seems like what I'm experiencing is what is called group collective narcissism abuse. Okay, I wasn't aware of all these things when I was younger up until now. Uh, you would only know of these things if you study psychology. As a matter of fact, I actually worked in the mental health field for what, give or take over maybe 10 years. And I started getting abuse when I became a citizen of the United States. What really happened was I had a criminal background, and I really wasn't even a criminal. In the late 80s, when I originally came to the United States, um, the environment was extremely toxic. Uh, what is it? The crack cocaine pandemic. Okay? So, as a result of that, before I came to the United States, my grandparents and also my great grandparents, they told me was to stay away from drugs. And in doing so, when I came to the United States, I did my best to stay out of negative things, drugs and stuff like that. It turns out that when I decided to pursue a musical career, that's when all the problems started with my family and I. Okay, currently I am not really, how I should say, well, I don't speak to my family due to the virtue that growing up I was abused. Okay, I remember watching my grandmother and my mother fist fight, stuff like that. And once I saw that, I decided at a young age I would never be disrespectful to my mother, number one. Number two, I would never fight or argue with my mother, and I'm doing my best, my utmost best to keep that vow. Okay. Unfortunately, things are not working out the way that I would like it to, and that's one of the reasons why I decide to speak out. All right. This corruption stuff, it's messy. They're doing all sorts of things to make me look as if I'm a bad person when I'm actually not. Okay. I got into, I fell into negative things, or I should say, the drug game when I was like 19. I graduated in 93, and 6 months after I graduated, my mother kicked me out. I was homeless. All right. Technically, I'm still homeless due to the virtue that, based on the investigation uh, that I am conducting, I found out that the building in which I reside in, it's not what it seems. It's actually what is it? A scattered site shelter. I wasn't aware of that when I originally signed the lease. Okay. Um, when I endorsed the lease, I was asked if I feel comfortable living around people, or I should say individuals, with mental health issues, and also drug and alcohol problems, and other illnesses. And at that time, I was working in the mental health field. So I said, sure, why not? I work with the in the mental health field, so I shouldn't have a problem with living around people in with mental health issues. Uh, Fast forward 8 years later, I'm being told that I have mental health issues, and in all reality, I don't. Okay. It seems like what the building managers, or what the building did, was based on my income. They're using, um how you say, they're using my information against me. Okay. What I'm about to say may be triggering, and I would like to apologize in advance, okay, for triggering anybody in any way. It turns out that when I became a citizen of the United States, I told everybody I got it because I actually was doing my best to become a citizen for a long time, and I got denied a few times. So now that I'm a citizen, it's like jealousy, hatred, anger. People who I thought supposed to be supportive of me, they're not. They're actually jealous and angry that I'm actually doing what I love. And I really don't understand that. Okay? Um, let's let's bust the package. Cause this is, I don't know if you could see it. Let's see. immigration. Okay, this is immigration, and this one is immigration application. I keep them once I know that I don't have to use it, seal it up and put it away. Okay. Uh, these are important documents to me. Now, before I go further, I should let you know that for individuals that do not that were born in the United States, they may not experience the same thing I am experiencing. Okay, um, let's go with application. All right, we're going to buzz the seal with the application. The application is very important because what I'm about to say would give. I really shouldn't be explaining myself, but the proof is in the pudding, they say, right? And truth don't lie. Okay, so this is my immigration and criminal records for citizenship. I haven't opened this in a while. Oh boy. There we go. Look at that. Wow. See, I even still have the money orders, the receipts for the money orders. All right. Um, the receipts. TNT consulate. That's when I went and renewed my passport, my Trinidad and Tobago passport. Durham County Clerk's Office. That's for Department of Homeland Security. That's U.S. State Department passport application. Okay, all of this is, these are the receipts that I invested in myself, all right, to become a citizen of the United States. Okay. um, I the reason why I decide to um, show this or let the public know is because of what I'm experiencing. The selective service system. All right. I believe you have to be between 15 or 16 to 21 years old. It's something that you must do. Okay, so yeah, 1980, 1998. Okay, all right. Okay, now I had lost my green card and along with all my identifications when I registered, when I applied for living in this building. Okay, the it turned out the person that actually hurt me was the person that actually gave me the application to apply for residency at the building in which I currently live. Um, it's a lot and it's messy, very very messy. It's to the point where I've been getting death threats by the tenants that is affiliated with drugs and stuff like that, and I've been ignoring them for a while, but then when I file a report, that's when problems start. Okay. um, I decide I should document these things because in the event that something happened to me, I would like the truth to be told. All right. The person that actually gave me the application for this apartment, make a long story short, and I would like to apologize in advance if I trigger anyone by saying this, okay? Um, I was actually raped and forced to perform oral sex on one of my coworkers. I was bullied into performing oral sex from by a, on a coworker, and when I complained and made a report to the EEOC, that's when the problem started. Okay. Um, Again, I would like to apologize if I triggered anyone. Okay. I was raised not to hit a woman or be disrespectful to a woman, but it seems like because I'm heterosexual and I'm always happy, that's a problem. Okay. And for some reason, the owners of the building, I have reason to believe, I do not know, that they are affiliated with, uh, how you say, um, secret societies. I am not a member of any secret society. I know my grandparents, my grandfather, on both sides of the family were Masons. Yeah, Grandpa Sonny was Mason, and Grandpa Brown was also a Mason. Yeah. So I really don't know if by having my ancestors as members of secret society, if that makes me a member, or what. I believe, I have reason to believe that the building is uh, what, Illuminati. I'm really not into these things. Okay. However, they do exist. I wasn't aware of it, or nonchalant about it. Anyway, it's a lot of information I would like to share. So I'll do it in increments. All right. The first, before I close on this, this is what my residential alien card looked like. Okay. Yeah. My social, and this was the decision in 2000 as to why I didn't get my citizenship, why I was denied citizenship. This is the decision. Okay? Uh, Let me see. This is actually, oh my gosh, I am so proud of myself. This is the application for my citizenship. Uh, Keep in mind, most people would retain an attorney to do this paperwork. Okay? However, I did not. I did it all on my own. Okay? I got all the information that was requested and I submitted it. I have two sons, and in those days they were doing great in school, even though I have issues with their mothers. Um, they don't speak to me. They don't allow me to see the kids. So I decided just do my best. If I could speak to them whenever they have time, I speak to them. I would call and they would tell me, "Hey, Dad, I'm busy. I can't talk right now." All right, cool. As long as I'm just checking up to see what's going on, you know. Dad, I'm doing homework. I'm doing this. I'm doing. All right. When you have the time, link I give I a call. That's how I deal with my kids. I never treat my two boys as kids. I treat them as men. Okay? Any big decision that I have to make, I would make my final decision and then ask them what their opinion may be. Okay? And based on their opinion, I would reanalyze my opinion and then move forward. All right. I call it the Three Musketeers, all for one and one for all. So if, for example, if I say, should I play the guitar today? And one say no, next one say yes, and I want to play, the two that say yes, me and the next one that say no, we're gonna play. The decision is we're gonna play. You know, I used to when they were around, I used to say, I don't feel like being daddy today. Who's gonna be dad? you know, it turns out the issues that I'm actually having with parenting my kids is I'm actually, they say self praise is no praise. However, I do my best to do what I need to do to take care of my responsibilities. All right. However, when the kids go back to their parent, to their mother, daddy this, daddy that, daddy did do this, daddy do that, and the constant daddy, 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 daddy drives them crazy. You know, I've learned so much within the last 5 years of my life as to how society really works. Okay, and as a result of my spirituality, it's like, wait a minute. The First Amendment is the right to free speech and religion. The second one is to for firearms, right? And my human rights are being violated, and when I'm speaking out on it, it's like it's falling on deaf ear. The building manager is going around telling everyone in the neighborhood that I'm crazy, and because I call myself Tiano King, I'm doing my best to overthrow the Roman Catholic Church. I'm like, what? What kind of stupidness is that? The Roman Catholic Church, the Pope C, is responsible and owns everything, including me. Okay? Uh, if you have a birth certificate, that birth certificate is a receipt to the Pope C. Okay? Everything is being documented. So I really don't understand why I would want to overthrow the government, or um, how you call it, um, the Roman Catholic Church. I was baptized as a Roman Catholic when I was a baby. I think within the first 6 7 months of life. Number one. Number two, both my grandparents were Pentecostal Catholics. When I say no, one is my grandmother on my father's side was Pentecostal Catholic. Um, she would go to the Pentecostal church, and on certain holidays, she would take me to Mount Saint Benedict. I would never forget that place. It's one winding, a big church with a road where only one, one way up, one way down. Uh, in order for you to go up, you have to call to make sure nothing is coming down. I remember that. I've been living in America for over 34 years now. Okay? Yeah. So, anyway, the reason why we're here now is because one of the questions in on the application states that you need to renounce. Yes. Now the final on the final page of this application, and I'm not sure if the application have changed. Number 16, renunciation of foreign title. If you answered yes to part 11, item number 4 and 53, then you must affirm the following before a USCIS officer. All right. I further renounce the title of I have no title. I further renounce the order of nobility of I have none. Okay. So knowing that I am of Baltic Tiano descent, I renounced it. However, in doing so, uh, I renounced all my powers or something like that. I don't know. Because I'm not really into these things. I just live my life the best way I know how and do my best to be of not only service but of good standing in society. And for some reason, I am being bullied into doing things that I don't want to do. And in speaking out, it's creating a conflict of interest. Okay? Yeah. This is, wow. It's actually the first time since I became a citizen. Um, is there a date on this? 7/16. Oh, that's when June 22nd, 2015. Notice does not. Okay. or these are the correspondence stating that I actually they received the paperworks and stuff like that. Okay, um, June 27th, 2015, June 23rd, 2015. Um, uh, did I sign and date this application? Is there a date? Let's see if there's a. Oh no, there isn't any date on this one. Yeah, yeah, there isn't a date on this one because I actually dated the original that was submitted. Yeah, I keep files on basically everything that I do. Okay, so in the event that something comes up, um, I have proof that, either I was good or I was bad. Either I did right or I did wrong. So everything in my apartment right now is technically, I consider it classified information. I really don't allow people into my personal surroundings. All right, due to the virtue that I'm actually being set up. Okay, uh, that's another story. That's another story. But for now, uh, this is nationalization interview results. Okay, 10/15/2015. Yeah. 10/15/2015. Bring two passport photos. That's just before I actually got it. Yo, I did it. I did it, and now that I'm a citizen, yo, since 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 6 years, I've been going through hell, and everybody just laughing. They're doing it for entertainment purposes. Could you believe that? Entertainment purposes. Anyway, Criminal Court of City of New York dispositions, 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 dispositions. I'm not a drug dealer, by the way, and I don't use any drugs. I really don't consider marijuana a drug. I was told that in order for me to get any help, I have to have a mental health issue, drug addiction issue, or um, something else. I can't remember what it was. But I don't have any. I'm well. I'm in good mental health state to make decisions for myself by myself. Number one. Number two, I do not have any feelings of hurting anyone in any way. Uh, Number three, I don't feel like hurting myself and or anyone in any way. Okay, all the narcissistic abuse that I've been receiving or I've been getting, I'm doing my best to heal. So I find myself very sensitive to uh, individuals. I'm learning now they're calling it energy. But everything runs off of energy. Everything. So the way how society and how these people are thinking, it's not my fault or my problem that they are doing what they do. Okay? When I bought this ring, I tell myself I would never affiliate myself or do any negative thing or be in any drug No, that's not. I wash my hand. It was a setup. My mother set me up. Okay, when she heard my music on the radio, because I won the Clive Hudson Talent Show in 93, 92, 93. When she heard my music, she was like, "Oh, you're rich." And I was like, "No, I gotta do promotion. I gotta get manager. I gotta get this. I gotta do that." Next thing I know, she bought 3 life insurance policies, one for myself and my 2 sisters, and then she kicked me out. Okay? And the first night I slept on the train, and when I came back the next day, all my stuff was in a clear plastic bag, and then she handed me my passport and social security and my green card. Okay? I love my mother, don't get me wrong, but due to the virtue of the narcissism abuse, narcissistic abuse, I now know what it is. I really can't be around them because they would do things to trigger me into getting angry. And the minute I get angry, they, "Oh, he going crazy." Like, so wait a minute. Anger is an emotion. Happiness is an emotion. Sadness is also an emotion. So how is it that when I am feeling certain emotions, I am not able to express myself freely without somebody um, thinking negative thoughts, or what is the terminal, projecting? No, I do my best not to do these things. Now that I've learned what they are, I am doing my best not to do it. It's good to know what it is so that when it's coming your way, you know what it is. I have a whole list of um, different psychological abuse that I was um, going through and still going through. Okay? And all for what? Control. Music. They all want to control and dictate how I should live my life. But wait a minute, time out. We live in a democracy. Democracy is a country. Democracy was created for the people, by the people. So if we live in a democratic country, why am I being dictated to? Okay? Yeah, I I have no reason to how I should say be upset because my great grandmother told me, she said, "Marlon, don't go to don't go to America because they're gonna try to take your life." I'm getting death threats. But my grandmother also told me, no matter what, you're supposed to love your mother. You know, you could love them, but I'm loving them from a distance. I love you, Ma, but I can't be around you guys because of what you guys did to me. All my friends, even I'm having issues with TuneCore, and in doing so, trying to rectify the situation, I'm realizing, hey, the problem isn't me. The problem is the system. Okay? So, yeah, what is this one? This one is North Carolina General Court of Justice. Okay. Oh, this is a my criminal record from North Carolina. Yee, what's up, North Carolina? It would be nice to visit, even though you don't want. You told me not to come back, and I didn't. Look at that! Wow. What's this? 10/21/15, 9 to 12 p.m. Okay, I know this is taken care of. Program Development Service Inc. That's where I used to work and got abused. Okay. What happened to that case? It turned out when it went to the federal court, they the judge actually dismissed the case. Yeah, they dismissed it. Okay, so I could become a citizen, but when a bisexual force me to have to do sexual acts on them, that is a female, by the way, they don't want to hear that. Something is wrong with the system. And they're wondering why all the violence and guns. I can't even watch the news anymore. I didn't watch the news for a few days, and when I did turn it on, how many different mass shootings over the weekend? Come on, people. Come on. Taino King don't want them kind of life. I want good life and be around people that respect me and love me for who I am, not because of what they want, what they could get. Okay, my boys and them supposed to be able to help me do this, but they nowhere around. If I were to call them right now, nobody would answer. The older one graduated engineering school. Congratulations, but I wasn't invited to anything. Since I released my single, nobody speaks to me anymore. I have to be the bigger man though. I really don't understand how society is. Laws needs to be changed, and it would be nice to start the change with me. Okay? Um I will end it here for now. Okay? Because I think I needed to open this to really be proud of myself, because I've been more or less, I wouldn't say down, because down is a negative vibration. Disappointed. I don't get depressed anymore. I get disappointed. All right. After an amount of disappointments, I guess you get depressed. But I do my best not to get to that point. All right. Technically, what I was told when I was getting when I filed the complaint to the precinct about the death threats that I've been getting, um, they're not responsible breaking ground, my landlord, or is it the hegemon? I don't know who's the owner of the building. Breaking ground is technically the owner. However, the Hegemon Avenue LLC is the owner of the building. I don't know how that work. And what is it? CUCS. They're they're responsible for uh, assisting you in whatever you need to improve the quality of your life. However, for me, they lie, and the minute some if I go outside right now, it's on Instagram or Facebook or WhatsApp. Oh, you wouldn't like to see my WhatsApp. I've been getting a lot of pornography. I don't know where the hell these people come from. So now they talking, oh, he's addicted to porn. How the hell I could be addicted to porn when you 2, 3 o'clock, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, boom, 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 my phone is blowing up, and when I look, and even if I block, the next day they come up with another one. So why? When I ask for help, they would people would do their best to help me, but then they turn around and tell me they can't help me. So I have to do everything on my own. But when money come, everybody want a friend, right? No, it don't work so. It don't work so. It don't work so. Uh, I'm being bullied into endorsing a lease that I don't want to sign. Number one, and number two, providing that I leave, if I was to just walk away, I would have a outstanding debt. Number one, number two, they messed up my credit score. I had good credit because I rectified all of these things before while within the first couple of months of being a citizen. I was on a rampage just to get my life in order and do what I have to do. But I didn't know the musical industry was like that. You have to be a member of a cult or a special secret society in order to and you have to get married and all of these things. Number one, getting based on the lease that I endorsed, I'm not allowed to have anybody staying here for more than 2 weeks. So therefore, if I were to do my best to have a relationship, how would that relationship manifest itself when I could only be around you for 2 weeks? Or you could only visit me for 2 weeks and that's it, or else you'll be banned. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous and messy, you know? Anyway, um, that's another story. All right? Like, share, and subscribe. Raw and uncut. I'm giving it to you raw and uncut. Everything about me, I don't mind putting my business out there. Okay? Number one, at least you hear it from me. You didn't hear it from somebody else. As I walk the streets, I could hear people gossiping about me. It's crazy. Why? All because they don't want me to move forward with my life. And they want to control and dictate how I choose to live my life. These things need to change. I love you people.